Hello and welcome to my channel, Clear Waters. Today I'm going to be reviewing a video from Dr. Turek. What are you willing to do or sacrifice for God? Let's watch. Okay, here we go.
Dr. Turek, God commanded you to murder your wife or children to prove your faith in God. Is your current devotion not enough to prove your faith? Must you murder your children as Abraham was instructed?
First of all, I don't know what I would do.
This is a simple yes or no question, Doc.
I don't know what I would do in Abraham's position.
Well, I can answer that question. I would not do it. I would not do it. No for a God, no for anybody. I would not do it. Period. I can answer that question very simple. Why? It's so simple to answer. Just be honest. But what would happen if Dr. Turek answers this question? He's avoiding answering the question. Why? Because if he says no, then when people will say, wait a second, you're saying no to God? What happens if he answers yes? People will look at him like, wow, you are crazy. You will kill your family, your son or your wife for God? So he preferably stays away from answering the question. But if you're honest, a loving human being, you will answer this question very easily. No, you will not do it.
That's a good question. You know who really struggled with that? Soren Kierkegaard, who wrote a book called...
So, the tactic of diverting. This is so old school. So hopefully he's going to buy some time to come up with something.
Is your faith strong enough to murder your own children? Or
basically, he's going like this. Please, God, help me here. He's putting me in a corner. Take this kid away, please. He's buying some time.
I'm thinking, and since I'm from New Jersey...
The kid is asking you a question. It's a very simple yes or no question.
It's really hard for me to do, so give me a minute. The book is called Fear and Trembling.
He didn't ask you about a book. He didn't ask you about a book.
By Soren Kierkegaard. So I don't know what I would do, just like I'm never going to say if somebody put a gun to my head or a gun to my wife's head, what would you do? Because Peter tried that. I'll never deny you, Lord. And what did he do?
He denied him 3 times. Yes, at the crucifixion.
I don't know what I would do, okay? But let me point out, if your friend is an atheist, there's nothing wrong with God doing anything, because by atheism, there's no standard of right and wrong anyway.
Well, that's a tough thing to say.
So in order for you to bring up the objection, you're actually stealing a standard from God in order to try and say God doesn't exist.
Dr. Turek, I'm only asking if you would murder your...
Yeah, he tried to introduce like a kind of a discussion, trying to take the attention away from the question. Very sneaky. But the kid is very aware and alert, so he takes him back to the original question.
Your wife or children to prove your devotion. It's a simple question.
I don't know what would happen. And by the way, when God decides that someone should die, it's not murder for him.
Murder, in case you don't know it, is taking someone's life against their will. So if you don't want to die and God kills you, that's called murder. Repeat after me. If God kills someone, that's against their will. Okay? Supposedly, free will, remember? This will be called murder. It doesn't matter who do it.
Because God kills all of us at some point, and he's the only one that can resurrect us. So we don't have the right to murder people, but God has the right to kill people anytime he wants.
we don't have the right to murder people, but God can kill anyone. Did you see the words? He took away the murder and he put only kill. Murder is murder. If you take someone's life against their will, it's called murder. This is very sneaky, playing with the words and the definitions.
He can strike me down today, tomorrow, anytime he wants, and it's completely in his prerogative.
God has the right to slaughter the Amalekites down to the last man, woman, and child.
God has the right to take us out anytime we want, because if Christianity's true, men don't really die, we just change location. And God can do that anytime he wants. So thank you for your question.
This is crazy.
It is stunning to me that massacre and genocide gets applaud in this building.
Man, kid, whoever you are, Cody, wherever you are right now, man, you are a smart kid and you are very intelligent and you are aware. And above all, man, Cody, you are honest. Man, why is that crowd applauding? What are they applauding? What Turek just said is absolutely horrible. Killing people, mass murder. This is awful. This is one of the reasons I stay as far away as possible from any religion, from any teachings of God, because it will make good people say and do horrible things. Dr. Turek here in this presentation, maybe if you are in love with a God, the Christian God, you will not see these things. The kid is seeing through Dr. Turek his dishonesty, his sneakiness. I like this kid, Cody. Very smart.
God
Cody,
demands slaughter, massacre, and genocide.
All right, Cody, there's nothing wrong with genocide if atheism's true.
Oh! Man, my head. This guy, Turek, stands on a stage and says this. This is probably one of the most ignorant things that I've heard coming from a preacher or someone talking about a God. This was low and ignorant. Dr. Turek, wow.
Are you serious?
If atheism's true?
Man, are you serious? So, man, you belong to a church or a religion, you separate yourself from everybody else. Now you no longer think for yourself. Now someone else is doing the thinking for you, way ahead of time. This is what Dr. Turek just said is horrible. And this kid is saying, really? Man, my reaction is exactly the same. Really? What? And this is a guy, Dr. Turek, that stand on stages giving lectures. What in the world? This is no wonder the world is like it is right now. A guy well dressed, very sophisticated speaking, saying horrible things. It bypasses most people filter. Please, let's think and ask question. Is this very loving? Is this smart? Would this make you a better person? No. just because he says beautiful things and make you feel good on the love of God and Jesus, my personal relationship with Jesus, just because it offers you a good feeling, you're going to sacrifice and put away your honesty.
True. There is nothing wrong with genocide.
I am an atheist and I oppose genocide in every possible, in every way.
But that's just your personal opinion, because
So your personal opinion, Dr. Turek, is that all atheists are okay with mass murder. This is a generalization. Very, I apologize to say this in this way, but this is ignorance.
because there's no standard beyond you which says it's wrong.
The standard that says is correct, that I will help my fellow human up to and including you, especially you, doctor, that I would never harm anyone in this room.
Okay, I'm glad.
Atheism.
Cody.
Are you suggesting that atheism allows or purports or wants genocide?
Atheism,
I know you wouldn't say. You would never say that.
Yes, atheism does allow it. You can ask Mao, you can ask Stalin, you can ask Pol Pot, because if there is no authority beyond the government, they are God.
I could not possibly agree. I could not possibly disagree that those people were atheists.
So basically, Dr. Turek is saying that if those people were not God believers and they kill people, then all atheists do the same thing. But Cody here is trying to express to him that he might be an atheist and he's not in agreement with killing anybody. It's not in his interest. What would he start killing people if he doesn't feel like it? He would not do it. How many people kill in the name of God? How many people murder in the name of God? How many mass murders have taken place in the name of God? So that's why what Dr. Turek here is saying is a little bit ignorant. It doesn't prove at any point. I think he's just trying to push away this kid and make him go away.
But as Richard Dawkins and Christopher Hitchens would both argue, as you well know, none of those people slaughtered millions in the name of atheism. There are countless millions.
So there, Cody just killed your argument.
Cody, this isn't a debate, okay?
I know.
Cody, please, you already made me look like a fool. Let's stop it. It's not a debate, but I think in a very short period of time, I always see videos from Dr. Turek, and I truly think that he's full of it, full of BS. Basically, what these people offer you is a good feeling, and most people take the bait. But this is, for me, some kind of fake good feeling. It's very fake. It's very selfish. And people that take this information to their heart, I think in the long run, don't provide anything good for humanity.
So I thank you for being here.
Doc.
But let me deal, because Cody, I love talking about this stuff, but there's a line of people behind you, and so we can't keep going back and forth. But I do want to answer your question about the Canaanites.
Is God immoral for massacre, slaughter, and racism and slavery?
Cody, look, we don't have time to deal with all those. Trust me, I have slides for every one of them, okay? Let me just deal with the Canaanite one, if you'd be so gracious as to sit down.
I would be so gracious. Thank you, doctor.
And I'll deal with that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, doctor.
All right, thank you. So, as I just mentioned,
well, that was quite interesting. I'm a bit surprised, that I think in the video, the part that bothers me the most is the people applauding. It makes me a little bit sad because most people that take this information probably are broken, or they're just their filter for conscious filter is very low. So you would put a well-dressed person talking like his authority, and people will clap about mass murdering. It's crazy. Again, I would recommend anyone to please ask questions. If you're planning joining a church, or you're in a religion right now, ask questions. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.